Hey guys! Welcome to Seriously Podcast. If you're new to the show, we recap web series and discuss our questions, comments, and concerns.
Yeah, you can find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and Google Play at Seriously Podcast. Go ahead and hit the like button, rate, review, and subscribe. Also, check out our website at seriouslypodcast.com. You can chat with us, send us your QCCs, and subscribe to our email list. Thanks again for tuning in and enjoy the show. Quick disclaimer, we're a hot-ass mess, so don't judge us.
If you want the tea, come get it seriously. Talking about your favorite web series. Right here on Seriously. Just relax. We got recaps. Free your mind and have a good time. Right here on Seriously.
All right, guys. Hey, I'm Brittany.
I'm Mary.
And welcome back to Seriously Podcast. Before we get into today's episode, we want to quickly remind you guys of the Urban Web Summit that's happening August 4th at the Black Harlem Theater.
Technically tomorrow.
You're listening. This drops on the 3rd, so tomorrow. So we hope to see you all there. We're going to drop the tickets in the description box. We will be moderating a panel.
We're hosting the event, but we're also
hosting.
moderating a panel filled with some of your favorite web series, such as Tough Love, The Av, Working Out the Kinks, and American Beatboxer.
Yeah, so it's going to be a really fun-filled, information-filled, just a poppin' event filled with everything. So make sure you guys come through and, come support your girls.
Yes, at the Harlem Black Theater.
August 4th.
In
All
Harlem.
right, in Harlem. All right, guys, so we're switching it up today. We're covering a thriller dark comedy called 5Knives. It's written and directed by Carl Logan.
And with us, we have guests. We have some actors from the show. Guys, introduce yourselves and
What up?
Tell us the role that you play. What's wrong?
Hello, Rose. David Clark. I'm playing Vince.
What's going on? This is Eric Hardy. I play
You don't know who.
You play Donnie, man.
Maybe Donnie.
Donnie, man.
Donnie. I play Donnie. I love Donnie. All right, I play Donnie. My favorite character.
Well, welcome to the show.
All right, so we always ask all our guests, what was the very first web series you ever watched?
Ooh, very first web series I ever watched. Jesus Christ. See, I was watching stuff. I don't know, can I curse? Or...
Yeah.
All right, I was
everybody
fucking
ask
watching. I was watching web series way back in those Flash days, in the Flash cartoon days. I remember this show. You don't remember way back in the day when Flash cartoons were a new thing on the internet.
Oh,
that was 56K modem days. Oh man, y'all don't know, but it's cool.
Yeah. Do you know?
And there was this series. Either way,
Well, tell us about it.
I'm about to start just
Put
saying
us
shit
on,
y'all
put
don't know
us
about.
on.
There's
Give us
a
some history
series,
on web
there's
series.
a series called Homestar Runner. I
Okay.
remember a lot. That's from my
Okay.
fucking internet heads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then Awkward Black Girl, the obvious stuff.
course.
All those it's called Black and Sexy TV shows.
Yes,
I got
yes,
really into
yeah,
those
yeah,
too.
Nice,
Good,
nice,
good
nice.
Good choices. David?
I was watching that hood shit,
Okay. Money and violence, all
and,
right.
that type of stuff. But then I found out about the Issa Rae joint,
Yeah.
so it's I watched that, and I'm just damn, I could really do this shit. If I want
Okay.
to, you know what I'm saying? Behind the camera. So
Yes.
yeah, man.
That's awesome.
So is acting your passion? And what was the first acting gig that you guys had?
This was actually the first acting gig I ever had. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, the first action gig too. But yeah. It was the first acting gig I'd ever had. I never acted before, but I was passionate while doing it. Carl Logan, the dude who made it, really good friend of mine, and he was passionate about it, the idea. And when he brought it to me, I saw it, and I was like, this shit is gonna be dope. And that really got me into it. And honestly, that unlocked kind of a passion that I didn't even know I had. So
That's what's up.
Awesome.
Well, I started doing student films. I was going to New York Film Academy in 2009.
Nice.
So I don't know. It was weird because at first it was a lot of foreign students. They would have me do stuff we want you to be the bad boyfriend, and it was I was playing a bunch of abusive motherfuckers all the time. So it was
he was always playing the stepdad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It was just always a bunch of weird shit. So it wasn't until maybe 2-3 years ago that I actually was able to flesh out and do some decent things. And then friends writing stuff, and then I can work with them. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z videos.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
Jay-Z
cool, man.
video?
Yeah, yeah. It was background. It was background.
Which one?
I got the keys.
I got the keys.
Yeah, so that was cool.
Yeah.
You see my ear and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Your
But that's my
ear.
ear though,
Made
you
a
know what I mean?
cameo.
Yeah, man.
You really
And I
noticed
was
it.
wearing some
That's
fake
dope.
Malcolm X frame, so you see like a little glare of that shit. So it was cool.
All right.
We got a superstar in the house, y'all.
You should
Alright.
see the expression the corner of his head gives. It's
Okay.
crazy. It's
Oh, see?
It's like the
really
Ooh,
earnest. It's like
intense.
a Forrest Whitaker type. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There it is. Okay. Okay, so how did you get involved with this project?
it's funny. Actually, I met Carr in 2012. We were both we both actually got like basically robbed by the same like director.
Oh, I
He
thought you
was-
meant like robbed on the street.
Well, shit, you can call it that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would basically like he would bring in like young thirsty actors, and he'd be like, "All right, well, I just kind of need to get help with the funding." So it was like I got duped, and then I met Carr through that.
What?
So we ended up doing a short film like maybe a year after that, and then that's how we kind of bonded. Like basically like, yeah, I got fucked over too. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Blood Brothers.
We, yeah. So it was cool, man. You know what I'm saying? It was like we bonded through oppression and shit.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to the
Lovely.
scammers.
yeah, he actually mentioned it to me around that time because they actually filmed like there's a whole nother 5 Knives that's like floating out there.
Scandalous.
You know what I'm saying? That
Scandalo.
Oh, wow.
it was.
Are you talking about the previous copy?
Yeah,
or are you
yeah, the
talking
previous
about
copy. It was
the California, the LA.
the
copy?
There was a California copy
Yeah.
that he wrote it like years ago, and Tito went to film it, and then somebody broke to his house, stole his fucking computer,
Oh, come on,
which
Tito.
was beautiful because then I was able to be in it when they refilmed it. So
Karma.
Oh,
Same
it
here.
I mean,
Same
so
here.
yeah.
you know what I'm
so
saying?
bittersweet.
It sucks with his computer, but
Shout out to
Yeah.
the people who stole it.
Yeah,
the
shout out to
original
that shit.
movie. You know what I'm
Karma.
saying? Yeah. Now I got to be.
I didn't have anything to do with it or nothing like that. But
Yeah, put
Yeah.
that disclaimer out there.
We don't
Yeah.
speak on those things.
yeah,
So, how would you guys describe your characters on 5 Knives?
You want to go first? Or?
Do you remember your character?
I'm trying to.
So you're playing Donnie. So you're Donnie.
so basically, it's like we're all friends, but we're not really friends. It seems like we're, you know, like how there's people you grow up with. And it's like you're like so close knit, but it's like if you met them as adults, you probably really wouldn't be fucking friends with them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, so it's like I'm the friend that's always kind of I kind of have a little chip on my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Angry black man.
yeah, angry black man, you know, which is kind of like myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I didn't really have to work too hard.
A little overly aggressive dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't really like need lines. I just spoke,
Yeah,
and it
it
just
was
fit
real.
with the whole story. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but yeah, it was dope because it was like the first time I actually got to like venture into like horror, and then the fact that it's like a horror comedy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, Said, yeah, that was it.
Awesome.
Yeah, so my character Donnie, he's the I guess you could say Stephanie's brother. You feel what I'm saying? He's real distraught throughout the whole movie. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's real like, what's going on? What is this? But he's also trying to figure out what's going on along with everybody else. So it's like, not only is he dealing with that extra level of his own sister, you know what I mean? And
Right.
like the grief is also on top of that. It's just like the whole mystery going out. It's crazy. So he's definitely like the more bringing the like softer emotional side. of
Right.
things, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Very emo.
Was a lot of it scripted, or did you guys like improv some parts?
It was all scripted. I'd say that
Pretty much.
like a lot of the funny parts were like Carr would write something that was funny and then like we would build on it. So like for example, that whole there's a scene in there with like the door, right? And there's a door and like there's this whole thing about excuses and things, and it's funny because it started off as one thing and then you get like all these a bunch of jokes in that very short amount of time because we were all just riffing and just going just naturally. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, some actors are afraid to watch themselves like on the big screen. Were you guys ever like that?
Hell no, man. I think that's bullshit, actually. I had a conversation with my bro about that. Like, who the fuck acts in something? And then it's like, you see them at the premieres, and then they're just like, I don't watch my own movies. I don't
Right.
really like movies. And I'm just like, it's bullshit. I love to watch myself.
He said, let's
You know what
replay
I'm
that.
saying? Like, if I can't find it on YouTube, I'll literally plug my fucking laptop into the TV and watch it.
All right, I'm not like that much of a narcissist, but
Hey, it is what it is, man.
but at the same time, I do like, what can I say? Like I don't mind seeing myself. It's more my voice. Like I hate hearing my voice. Like even right now, I'm gonna just like listen to this and I'm gonna be skipping like every couple of seconds. I'm gonna listen for Dave. This man got like a nice like velvety baritone. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys, of course. You know what I'm saying? But
No. I sound like a child.
Start saying that
Like
shit.
a man. So.
when I look at my face, I'm just looking at the expressions on my face, and they always look like I'm about to cry or something. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Like somebody just farted.
And finally, what are some like words of advice you can give to like up and coming actors or someone wanting to start, acting a project like this?
I say make sure that you live with a dude who is writing a film and wants you to be in it. That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I think it's a real good plan.
Major key. Yeah.
But no. Honestly, for real, like if you really, because like I do a lot of stuff outside of just like this whole like I was able to do this because of like just knowing Dave and being able to like knowing Carr because of my own creative work outside of this stuff.
Okay.
And so I think that if you know what you're good at and you know what you have a passion for creatively, go hard at that thing. Try to become known and really good at some stuff. And in doing that, you never know like what other opportunities you can go. But you gotta have your stamp. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have your thing because you gotta be able to like work on stuff.
Right.
It's not just like knowing people. So.
I think you better be prepared to struggle.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Talk
You know what
about
I'm saying?
it. Talk
And
about it.
but it's
Drop
fun.
that knowledge.
You know what I'm saying? It's like fun because it's like honestly, like if I started acting and I became like a big name, I wouldn't really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like this type of shit is fun. You know what I'm saying? Like working with friends, it's like we're building rapport. We get to see each other grow. Like there's people that like I've done showcases with, and I'm like I see them in power and shit. And it's like the same way I feel seeing myself. Like when I look at my stuff, it's like I'm excited for people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like it's cool saying like, yeah, I know that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know it sounds like a lie sometimes, but it's like I really know these fucking people. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had beers with them. You know what I mean? And it's just be prepared to struggle, and it's beauty in the struggle, man.
There is.
Like Cole says, beauty in the struggle.
Drop that knowledge. All right, so real quick, guys, what's your top 5 thriller movies?
Thriller movies.
Or horror films,
horror
slashers.
film. I love the Alien movies.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of Ridley Scott. Let's see what thrillers I like. The old Evil Dead from the 70s was crazy. And I'm not even a horror
bringing
guy, but
old
like
stuff.
that was
Yeah, right?
But like Carr actually made me watch it, and I probably only watched like half of it. But I loved it. But like that was like I remember that, and that sticks out as something I remember because I really got into the Evil Dead like franchise. From that. But yeah, what else? I love like psychological thrillers like Memento. You know what I mean? And I could just talk about movies for forever, so I'm gonna just kick it to Dave.
All right. Maybe the top one is Tales from the Crypt did Demon Night.
Oh.
And remember my sister and I used to watch the shit out that movie because it's like Jada Pinkett's the lead. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I think that might have been before Set It Off. So she was basically like she was just this badass chick. You know what I'm saying? So
Can I ask you, have you seen Tales from the Hood?
of course, bro.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
scary.
I
That was
just bought
That
this
was
Blu-ray.
scary.
Put that on the list right there, right?
All right, so that's number 2 for sure.
Forgot about that one.
Get
forget
Out.
about
I know it just came
Oh
out,
my
but that
God.
shit
Get Out.
is
Yeah, that's good.
fucking amazing.
Yes.
TS motherfucking A.
Yeah, man. Definitely Scream
Yeah.
because that's like our shit,
You
kind
never
of.
saw any screams?
You never
Never
seen any
saw it?
Screams?
No.
I saw the first
I don't
one.
like
The first
horror
one was
movies.
really good.
You don't like horror movies?
No.
Oh man.
You like
See, you're like more like
Damn.
me, cause like everything I'm saying is just shit like that. I saw through my eyes, like through my hands and shit.
I'm confused.
Oh, like this,
Yeah.
like cover his
Oh,
eyes.
yeah, I won't watch it.
And then there's this movie called The Good Son where
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin is like this
Yeah.
crazy ass little white boy, and he's like he's like this real malicious motherfucker. Yeah, I like that shit too.
Yes, and he had like the little sister, and he
Yup.
got jealous. Yeah,
Mhm.
that was a good one.
That sounds scary.
Yeah, this shit's scary. I think it's on Netflix. Check that shit out. Yeah.
Sounds creepy.
Check that
as
shit
hell.
out.
He was jealous of. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, I already don't like being around like
Yeah.
little weird kids and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
crazy.
like that
So you
shit
probably
there.
wouldn't like that.
Especially like kids that are like too smart for their age and shit. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like, this motherfucker's a murderer. You know what I mean?
You dumb kid.
Okay, guys, so we're getting into 5 Knives, which follows 6 friends: Barry, Tiffany, Vince, Donnie, Cameron, and Stephanie. They're at a house party, and something goes wrong because one of them ends up dead. And then the other 5 are trying to piece together, what went down. So we're covering episodes 1 to 3. So let's go.
Let go. So we're gonna start off episode 1. It's called "It's My Party and I'll Die If I Want to." So we open up. Everybody's laid out on the floor
In their third dream. Everyone's in their third dream.
in their third dream, knocked out. Or I'm like, but at this point, it's like, are they asleep? Are they dead? You don't really know what's going on here. You want to try to figure out.
House is a mess, though.
House is a mess, a full mess.
Full mess.
But it's the night after, right?
It's the night after, right?
They partied hard.
They
Clearly,
did.
they partied
did.
hard.
They did. So then they all wake up, kind of one by one, and realize they all have like weapons on them, like bloody knives.
Yeah, but I'm like, what were you on? You didn't feel that as you were laying down. Like,
Right.
How did you not feel a knife?
Well, I mean, that's kind of how the whole story kicks off, though, is that they show like Kara's character. The whole story kicks off because he felt that knife in his back, and so he picked it up. He was trying to figure out like, what's this digging in my back? It wasn't, luckily inside of him, but.
But so everyone had one, and the knife is bloodied up. So and at this point nobody know who they can trust.
Right. So they all just like watching each other like it's Hunger Games. Or
Yeah,
something like that.
this is like Hunger Games.
This is like a real introduction to like the tension of the story. I think.
Yeah.
I was just like, do they know each other? Are they friends?
So
'Cause-
these are all friends. They're all friends for like years now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
From like high school, some of them met in college. You know what I'm saying? It kind of explores that in the story when you get into their backgrounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they all met up the night before just because they haven't gotten together in a long time, and they wanted to have like one big thing.
Okay.
And I don't want to give away too much.
Right.
So people will still watch it. But, yeah.
But
I mean, it's free, so.
well, we're gonna get a little spoilers, but it's fine. So so nobody know who they can trust. So they all got the knives pointed at each other. But
And
then
they drop it,
They drop it
yeah.
like, not me, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
and then a girl comes out, Tiffany. And she got blood on her hands, and she got the bloody knife. So they all like, "Girl, what did
But
you
she
do?"
got blood on her shirt. She got blood everywhere.
They're like, "Girl, what did you do?"
Where are you coming from, girl? Where are you coming from?
So Vince is like, "Please tell me you're on your period."
Yeah.
Yeah, it shows you what kind of person I am. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Basically. But how about the fact that we have no choice but to go with it too?
Yeah, exactly.
And right here what they're showing is Kara's character, I swear to God, I don't
Barry.
know. Barry. The whole detective, he's like the most like Sherlock Holmes of the whole thing too, right?
Yeah.
Like he's kind of like he really thinks he has it. I'm
Right.
not gonna say what else, but but what was I say? Oh yeah, Barry is this kind of. There's a scene here that really shows kind of how Barry gives an idea of what the audience thinks. Because like Barry's walking up to this door to try to figure out what's going on behind the door, and there's blood on the handle, and he doesn't just touch the handle, like he's reaching, but then he stops. He like grabs his jacket. He's like trying to figure out
no
how
evidence.
not to like
No fingerprints. Y'all not about to blame me for whatever's in that door.
Okay. So so they start to look for Stephanie, and then they go behind the door, and it's Stephanie.
She dead, y'all.
She's dead, y'all.
Dead.
she looked like it was a scene right out of. Well, you never even seen.
What'd you guys
Scream
think
movies.
about that? It looked crazy.
It did. It looked like
Yeah?
like legit, like from the movie Scream. Like,
Dope.
But then we got flashbacks
You saw
of the
Scream,
night
right? Like, you know.
before.
She
no, I
ain't
haven't
seen
seen
Scream.
Scream.
Scream, man. She don't like horror.
and there's like
movies.
seven.
I
of
don't
them.
watch horror movies. We see flashbacks of the night before, and Stephanie was fine. She was life of the
She was
party.
living her
She was
life.
having a good time. So they're trying to figure out when did things go left.
When did everything go wrong?
Stephanie is like she manages to be a really major character of the film, even though you never see her speak. You know what I mean? You never hear
Right.
her voice. Like
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so let's get into episode 2 called "Let's Be Cops."
So they having a meeting, a quick TB. Everyone is saying sorry to Donnie because
Wait,
that
what's
was
the TV?
touch base.
Oh, okay.
Quick touch
Oh,
base.
yeah.
Like, what's that?
Everyone's saying sorry to Donnie because
I've not
that
had
was his
good of a
sister.
job to be
It's a
using
good
those
shot of
terms.
you, man.
No, this is my favorite scene for Vince over here because this is where he's like just talking shit to everybody. This is the scene where you're just fucking go ahead, Vince, talk about this shit, dog. I'm gonna leave it up to you.
My bad. Like I told you, I like seeing myself and shit. I'm like zoned in onto the TV.
So Vince says,
Yes.
we got to figure out what happened. He's like, we can't just leave that body there. But Donnie was like, put some respect on my sister's name. She's a person.
That is
Like
my
she was,
sister.
she was
That's not
automatically
fine.
like
Okay.
she was just a corpse to me at that point.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like,
No,
all
let's
right,
not
well,
act
fuck
like
it.
this. Let's not act like this isn't when people start really thinking they can start talking a little reckless about
Right.
Stephanie because she's dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey.
This was definitely the scene.
But if
where,
I was Donnie, like I'll be going off. Like one of y'all
was very
killed my
calm.
sister.
He was
Show
very,
up.
very calm.
Pop
I thought
up.
I was showing some strength, you know what I'm saying? The way that I kind of stopped all the ruckus, you know what I'm saying? When people started getting loud and people started, I'm going to defend Donnie's decisions. Okay?
You could try, but
No, that's your sister. You go hard. Come on.
Donnie's like, he's
No.
he's a more somber, soft dude, you know what I'm
I
saying?
guess.
So everyone basically says they don't remember anything from last night. But Vince was like, all I know is we look guilty. Okay, so if the police come, we going to jail.
Yeah.
So what we finna do? What we doing here?
What we doing?
Yeah,
And then Donnie's like, yeah, because one of y'all did it.
Yeah, that's
and
all I know
Cameron was
is-
like, you tried it because you had a knife too. Don't forget that. You had a knife too, okay?
No, seriously, that's an interesting thing about this whole thing is like every episode kind of shows like a character thinking that they figured it out. You know what I'm saying? Every episode has one character who thinks that they got it, and then once they try to lay it all out on the table, all of a sudden shit just completely flips.
Right. Cause so Donnie was just like, how you trying to say I killed my sister? Like that's not flesh and blood. Like I would never do that. So then there's a hard knock on the door. And Stephanie gonna be like, "No one's home, girl."
Yo,
Dummy.
come on, right?
Girl.
Dummy.
Yeah, she's a
I
silly
already
one
see
out
she
the group.
finna be a problem.
She finna be a problem.
She's a problem already, and I don't like her.
But she came through with the excuse, right?
Not yet. Let's hold off.
Okay.
So they open the door and the cop is like, "Oh,
the
I'm
popo.
here because of a party." Girl, you're late. Party done. Like, cause I feel like it was music playing. How long ago did somebody make this call? Because they
Right.
was sleeping. The party was done.
And
they
she
was sleep.
pushed right on in like somebody invited her. Like, you stand outside in the hallway. You don't come in my house.
Where's
You
your
stand
warrant?
out there.
Where's your warrant?
Thanks.
Where's your search warrant? So,
See, all this makes sense until you wake up with a dead body in your crib, and like you can't question anything. You can't question shit, right?
yeah.
I mean, hey, we all
Y'all
have
pretty
weekends like
calm,
that.
though.
You know what I'm saying?
If
So
you think
calm.
this is calm, I want
This is calm.
Y'all calm. Y'all chilling.
Now look at
We
me.
over here
I
lying
don't
our
look like I'm
asses off,
chilling.
just trying to
Right.
survive.
Because the cop was asking about marijuana and
And they was like, no, we're Christians here. We don't
Right.
do that.
We don't do that. No. We
No.
just,
I
We just read our
that
Bible.
stuff. I don't touch that stuff. I don't smoke, okay?
Right?
So she also asked about the blood all over Tiffany. And she covered up and said, "Oh, it's my period." But the guys are babbling like they're not making any sense. He said, "Oh yeah."
First of all, they're trying to explain to a woman what the period
They're
is.
like, "Oh, retrograde and
a little
the
bit of
stars
that.
aligned."
I'm just
and,
like, y'all need to shut up.
You never had a dude explain your period to you, and you were just like, oh,
No.
yeah, I get
No,
that.
I get that. Thanks very much. I don't need you to explain a damn thing to me.
I don't know if you guys know what mansplaining is, but it's when a man tends to. I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
It's when a man usually, like, sometimes he'll explain things to women that don't need to be explained. You
Like
know what I
now.
mean? Like, I don't know if
Exhibit A.
Exhibit A. Okay.
Say nothing.
So then she sees the bloody doorknob, and everyone in this room to me is stupid because somebody should have stood in front of that doorknob
Yeah.
and blocked it off instead
Yeah.
of swag surfing when they were posing in the beginning.
It came like
was
a
just like, what
family
are y'all
matters.
doing?
Swag surfing. They was swag surfing when
So
the
what's
cops came in.
what's going on here? So she's like, "Can I check that out?" And they can't really say nothing. So
Right.
she's about to walk up. She draws her gun, and then out of nowhere, everyone watching Tiffany do this, she comes with a pan and she knocks the cop down.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna ask her, "What did you do?
Yeah.
You watched me do this. How you gonna ask me?"
Wait,
saw me
did they
coming.
ask or did she ask?
Barry asks, "What did you do?"
Yeah, yeah.
You
But
saw me.
They
with
all
the
saw her.
pan.
They all saw her.
That's because everybody's in shock, though, man.
But they could have said, "Girl, calm down." Like I was just like, "Girl,
They
you want to
They
go to
could
jail?
have grabbed her, like, "Girl, what you doing?"
You want to go to jail? She want to go to jail."
So then they end up carrying Lady Cop into the bathroom, and they took her gun, and that's how the episode ends.
So these guys are getting themselves in a
Everyone's
whole
a hot
lot
mess.
of trouble.
A hot mess.
A whole lot of trouble. So let's see about what went down in episode 3. Title: Cool story, bro.
think you Luther because you dark skinned. Like, it's not happening, right? Have a seat, okay? That we got a cop knocked out in one room. You got a dead body in another. Like, we need to go. I'm not involved. We need to get out of here.
And they're all looking at him like,
Yeah.
interesting.
You a bit
Everyone's
aggressive
like,
over there. Why are you so aggressive?
Vince is really in a hurry to make sure that nobody figures out. You know what I'm saying?
So he's
And
like,
then
why
we
y'all
got
looking at me?
Right.
And then here comes Vince's backstory too, right?
Yeah.
This is when you find out why Vince might have a hand in everything.
So, David, tell us about Vince backstory.
I mean, he has a little bit of animosity towards her because he sent like an unsolicited dick pic, and she didn't really take it how he expected she would.
Yeah.
She posted his dick pic on social
he
media.
Mad, so he's mad.
Yeah.
So it's
Wait,
like
what was the character's biggest worry?
about my dick pic being on social media.
Yeah.
But what was the big
Oh,
Your
his job.
job,
Yeah.
seeing that type of shit.
not his
you know
parents,
what
not
I'm
his
saying?
family,
Career
not his
Because I'm like, that
His
shit does
job.
happen
Job,
to
you know
people.
what I'm
You know what
saying?
I'm saying? Like,
Might get
let's
around.
see.
You
That's
should have thought about
his
that
job.
before you sent it, though.
I know, but dick pics are sacred. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you,
Are they?
I guess when you receive one, I
Yeah,
guess
they are,
he
they are.
thought. I
Yeah.
don't think like
She
this.
asked for the dick pic.
I'm talking
Oh, she
as
asked for it,
Vince.
right.
No,
So-
she ain't
so
asked for
sacred.
it, but it was like a Secret Santa gift or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Wait,
I
Secret
guess that's
Santa?
how he's seen it. That's how he's probably
Secret
seen it.
Santa, like you wouldn't know what phone number the Secret Santa came from.
Vince is so thoughtful.
I don't know what Vince was thinking when he
Very
sent that dick
accurate.
pic. I don't
Such a
know.
good guy.
I'm not trying to.
This
explain
what you
to
call a
Vince.
white elephant?
Oh yeah. So basically they're trying to say like, all right, you were so embarrassed, so that's why you would probably kill Stephanie.
Well, I don't want to interject, you know what I'm saying? But even more than that, like if you watch like throughout the episodes, more stuff comes up about Dave's history of violence and like aggression. You know what I'm saying? That really kind of make him
Black
look a little
angry
crazy.
man.
Yeah,
He
you
is
know.
an angry
Got
black
it.
man.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
there's
We
real
don't
people like this out there in the
stereotypes,
world.
so we made him light
But yeah, you know.
So Barry's like, don't worry, you're only our second
Right.
suspect.
Oh yeah, second.
Yeah.
Who you plotting with, Barry? He was like,
Barry.
our. He's
So
plotting.
Tiffany's like, who's the first?
Girl,
And he's
it's
like, you. You know, Donnie and Stephanie, they're brother and sister. And that's my bestie.
Right.
She told me everything. I heard about you.
That's my best friend.
Yeah.
I know everything, all right? She told me about that night.
I heard about you.
I heard about you. Okay? And so Donnie's like, what is she talking about? She's like, I don't know. He's high. I don't know
Right.
what that guy's talking about over there. So Barry's like, you remember when Stephanie came home one night and she said she hit a deer? He was like, yeah. He was like, well, that deer was an actual human being.
Yeah, pedestrian.
It was a pedestrian.
How'd you guys feel about Tiffany's reaction to the situation?
She was just like, but did he die?
Right,
Like,
but he's alive though.
he's
so-
alive. What happened?
So I left. What am I supposed to do?
But she saw in the news he was okay, so
Yeah,
it's all
she
good.
said he's
You know what I'm saying?
fine.
Move on.
But did he die? No. Okay.
How did y'all start feeling about Stephanie at this point in the story when you're hearing these stories about Stephanie?
She's sus.
Yeah?
You think she's sus?
You think she's stuff? Because let's get into
She hit someone.
Let's get into
She's
But
sus.
I
But
thought
that's not that's not
I
something
thought
that's Tiffany.
Tiffany was driving.
But you see what happened
Oh, what did you
between
say? Stephanie or Tiffany?
Stephanie. Because you see what happened between Stephanie. I guess continue explaining.
Oh,
I
she's a
guess,
mean
yeah.
girl? That what you're talking about?
I'm talking about the whole thing.
Basi-
Yeah, about how
basically.
using black.
Well,
She
confused.
basically blackmailed Tiffany.
Oh, yeah, we didn't get there yet.
Yeah, sorry.
That's why you're confusing us.
I'm like, wait.
sorry.
So, So, okay, so basically Tiffany is getting angry about this whole situation. You know, it's bringing back memories. So
Yeah.
she's getting...
She's traumatized.
She's
right now.
traumatized. She's like, listen, Stephanie told Tiffany, like, listen, girl, you owe me. Like, my life is in shambles, and it's all your fault, and you need to make it up to me.
Yeah.
And also, Tiffany makes up a point that same night, Stephanie was, like, really drunk. Like, wasted, like, really unusual.
Yeah.
So,
So she made a little joke saying like, she's driving Miss Daisy, and she was like, "That was annoying, but you know, I didn't kill her."
yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
kill her.
But think about that over and over again, all like that kind of shit going on.
Yeah,
all
just
that was like their whole
building up.
dynamic.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Because she said that she was like basically her lapdog. She made her do her homework. She made her quit the cheerleading.
How old are these
captain?
characters, by the way? Who knows?
Yeah, I was just.
I think, like, I want to say high school or maybe like college.
Listen, they're millennials. Okay, that's all you need to know.
The millennials.
So Detective Barry is like, all right, so we
Detective
got
Barry.
revenge.
He is.
We got revenge, we got blackmail, and then we got Cameron. Suspect number 3.
right?
Yeah.
I heard about you too. He was like, they had sex. And Cameron's looking at him like, why you telling my business?
Right. What they got to do with anything?
Yo, Cameron to me has the most memorable lines in the whole
Hell
show.
yeah.
Like the whole when he's talking about Vince, he's like, not only was he sending pictures, he was sending dick pics.
Cameron was
Shout
jealous.
out to Corey. Shout out to Corey, the dude who played Cameron. He's a really good actor.
And then also, so they also bring up the fact that Stephanie had a boyfriend. So Donnie's like, chill, y'all not gonna sit here and call my sister a cheater.
He
That's
said,
not
put some
her.
respect on my
Put
sister's
some respect
name.
on my
After you guys were talking so much shit the whole time, Donnie's gonna step up.
But Donnie
and
is
defend
still
his dead
too
sister's
chill.
name.
He's still too
But
chill.
Donnie been quiet this entire time.
He's in shock, though. What are you supposed to do? Donnie's supposed to be getting up, fucking.
Crying.
Yo, which one of y'all
Yes.
niggas did this shit?
Yes! That's your sister.
All right, Eric Hardy might do that. I don't know about Donnie. Look at
Donnie was just like, the entire time.
My sister died. So, Barry's like, no, she wouldn't do it willingly. So Tiffany's like, it was you. Like, you drugged her that night of the accident. He said, nah. I didn't know it was roofies. I thought it was ecstasy.
like,
that makes it okay.
Boy,
Yeah.
I
That
was
makes
just
it
like,
okay.
first of all, stay away from drugs.
Number one. So things are heating up because
But
Cameron's
Cameron's
a
getting
rapist,
mad.
right? Cameron is a rapist.
Cameron's basically a rapist because he
Yeah.
drugged.
Yeah.
He drugged her.
He drugged
See what that
her,
means,
had
you know
sex
what
with
I'm
her.
So so
He
everybody
said we took
seems
the
kinda-
drug, she OD'd, and next thing you know it, we was getting it in the
But then he said to
club
Barry,
bathroom.
like, but you knew this, so why you bringing it up? What's up?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't think about that part.
I said, wait a minute.
Yo,
Hold up.
So he wasn't bragging and shit. You know what I'm saying?
and this is your bestie, Barry.
Your
right?
bestie, right?
Right.
Your bestie,
Detective Barry.
So this kind of shit is going down.
So wait,
right?
did Stephanie know that she was drugged by him? Or she just thought she was drunk?
She thought she
No, I think
had
that they
ecstasy
think
because he
they
said
thought
they
it.
took ecstasy. He
Yeah.
thought that it was ecstasy,
Yeah,
but he
So
didn't.
he didn't
roofies.
purposely
He didn't
drug
like
her. Is he
put
saying?
nothing in her drink or nothing. Yeah.
I don't know. He's sus.
Everyone's sus.
Everybody's sus.
Yeah, we're pretty terrible
We're like
people.
we're like the
you
show
know?
Power, just like no likable characters.
Right,
whatsoever.
none.
I started watching Power.
Yeah,
Oh,
finally.
You just
I'm
started
up to
watching
season
it?
3.
Just started.
Oh shit.
But it's good. I'm glad you started.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So Vince,
This
he's
episode
getting-
was recorded immediately after Kanan became a complete bitch. But yeah, go ahead.
Say what?
It's a little
Wow.
Power reference. For y'all.
Okay, so Vince is he's getting bucked and he's getting in Cameron's face.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know it, Cameron pushes Vince.
Yeah, because he was like, girl, get out my face.
Girl, I done
Get out
told
my
you.
face.
Give me about 5 seconds. So, yeah, so it's getting heated. So at this point, Cameron pushes Vince. He slips on a bottle.
He
Where
dies.
did the bottle come from?
He died.
You know, we had a
That
wild
bottle was
night.
there.
You know
That
what I mean?
bottle was there
Sometimes
the
it's
whole
just
night.
bottles
Like
there.
if you
And I'm just
like
like,
slow it
damn,
down, there's
sad
like
way to
shots
go.
of the bottle throughout, like the conversation and stuff. It's crazy. That's a little Easter egg for the real super fans right there.
So Vince slips, hits his head on, I guess, the couch, I want to
No,
say.
the side of the table.
Side of the table.
So he
Side of the
dies.
table. He died, like,
Yeah, I cracked my
Vince is
skull.
cracked his
dead,
skull.
Sad way to go. God damn.
Yeah, way to go. And it was kind of like an accident.
Yeah.
It was a freak accident.
So Tiffany,
I think he meant to do that shit.
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
You didn't know he was
I don't
dead?
think he knew
All
the
this
bottle
blood
was
coming out
there.
of the back of his head.
So Tiffany, she had enough with these damn kids, and she hits Cam in the head too with her trusted pan.
Homegirl
She loved that
loved-
pan, but once
homegirl
again,
loved
it's
the
in front of
fire
people's
shit. That's
face,
what
and no one stopped her.
Nobody.
That girl's
Nobody.
crazy. She's a different kind of crazy.
She is.
But if you notice, every time the whole group is doing one thing, she's off doing like something else.
Yeah.
But everybody watches
doing this
her.
and she's grabbing.
And then Donnie's.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I see him do.
Yo, so okay, the funny thing about that is like the funniest part about that is that we actually did like so many different takes of that, and like that's the one we chose. Because everything else, I'm like overly dramatic. Every other time, I'm like, oh god. I'm like looking like the inflatable. What is it? The inflatable arm wheeling man.
You trying to sell cars and
Yeah,
shit?
they did like that little inflatable in front of the car dealership. I was like, oh, like a Southern Belle, like wafering. Like, oh.
So they
my
drag.
God.
They drag. I think Cam was it Cam?
No,
Cameron?
they dragged Vince. They didn't care about Cam.
They
They
drag
drag
Vince
Vince,
to the
yeah.
back. So I'm like, y'all just gonna keep piling up bodies for real?
Oh no! They
Body
drag
number
Cameron.
2 at this point.
They drag
Just leave
Cameron,
my
right?
ass-
Yeah, because
they
he's still
just leave me
alive.
dead and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they dropped Cameron.
Yeah,
Okay.
body number 2 or 3.
This is body
This
number
is
3.
gonna be number 3. They're just racking
Just
it up.
racking
so he
it
puts
up.
them in the room of bodies, and
Some detective.
Yeah.
All right, so that's how episode 3 ends. Now we have left.
Clearly, this story just wraps up real neatly and evenly.
Who's the characters we have left? We have Barry, Tiffany, the psycho, and
Donnie.
Donnie
Donnie's still left.
and Cameron.
Donnie
Cameron.
and Cameron.
yeah,
All right.
that's all we have left.
Yeah, well, at least I'm not a suspect no more. So you know,
Yeah,
dead
you
though.
dead.
But
I mean,
you know.
being
You
dead doesn't
technically,
stop
you
him.
still-
you technically
Yeah.
a suspect.
Being dead don't stop him.
You just didn't make it.
Just didn't make it.
So let's get into a few questions, comments, and concerns.
Got a question about the series? What you think is gonna happen in the next episode? I know y'all got concerns.
Well, don't be shy. Send us your QCC so we can read them all on the show and give our opinions. Go to seriouslypodcast.com and send us a message. You can also tweet us or slide in DMs at Seriously Podcast.
But don't be fresh.
Don't be fresh in the DMs. Okay, so my concern was it was just alarming how calm everybody was.
Yeah, there was no tears.
There was no tears. There was
Sister.
no. Not even just him. I feel like
mean-
everybody's like, "Oh yeah, Stephanie's dead." So
They just chilling.
who did it? Like, I feel like it was like really chill.
I think that we really we wanted to go more for like we didn't want to be overly dramatic. We definitely didn't want to be over the top, you know what I'm saying? Because we had so many like goofy things happen and so many like kind of like over the top things automatically like that are just action and dialogue in the script that we all definitely wanted to make sure that we were kind of bringing some kind of like bringing it down a notch so we could appreciate the seriousness. But,
Okay.
you know.
I feel you. I have a question. I feel like don't most cops have a partner? Like, why did she come alone?
Lady cop just went in the house, just like she was invited.
Yeah, and you see these 5 characters all looking sus.
Yeah.
So she should have been like, I need a 412. I have
didn't have
suspicious
one.
Well,
people.
you know, most cops think they're cowboys anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? They don't
true.
really follow
True.
procedures. You know what I'm
True.
saying?
True.
So I felt like it kind of fit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? There's,
I
you know,
definitely-
she didn't have a body cam on and none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, she just wanted to go in there, be a hero,
Tried.
try to be a hero.
And you got to think about like what you guys brought up earlier. Like, why was she showing up the next morning? To
That's what I'm
a
saying.
party that was called the night before, right?
Right.
There was no music.
Something
So-
was messed
So
up.
what was going on? Show
Right.
up on some comfortable shit too.
Yeah.
Think about that. Yeah.
Was this Stephanie's birthday party? No.
Yo, what was
I think
this
it was just a
party?
kick, like a regular
Yeah,
It's
this
kickback.
like
That's
it's my
why-
party and I die if I want to. So I
I
thought
think
it was like
just
her
a
party.
play on words,
Oh.
maybe.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's just
yeah.
a play on words.
Okay.
Except for the hidden meanings that the true fans know about.
So what was your guys' favorite scene to film so far? Or well, Vince, you could say.
Honestly, for me, some of the most fun I had was when we filmed those post credits and those like all those flashback scenes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
those
all-
are tight.
Those flashback scenes, we kind of did get a little lit because we had to recreate it. You know what I'm saying? So that was fun.
That was fun.
Also, for me, the ending because I love the ending.
Okay. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
I kind of like I'm a big fan of the death scene because it's like I'm coming all tough and shit, and then I just get pushed like a little
Yeah,
bitch.
that's
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's what I was like, that way to go.
That's the way you
Yeah,
go.
it's like I'm bucking and shit, and then it's just like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So how far would you guys go for your friends? Like, would you have stayed and tried to figure out what happened, or would y'all be like, I'm out, I'm calling the police? Like, what would y'all have done in this situation?
Let's see. It depends. I mean, all those people, they knew each other for a while. You know what I'm saying? And they were deep in it. But they were all kind of shitty people on their own. So I'm surprised none of them just started snitching. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think that if I was around them, I'd be like, fuck all these people.
Yeah.
But
I don't
if
really
it
know
was
you
without
like
doubt.
that.
I don't know
Or
y'all
like
that.
Dave, right? Like I don't know Dave well, so I'd snitch on him in a minute. No, I'm just joking.
Hey.
I'm just joking. But I think that I honestly I appreciate the fact that they were kind of trying to protect each other, like as well as figure it out. I do
Yeah.
appreciate that. So.
Yeah.
It's more so protecting themselves. They want.
Well, they did know
Because
if
if
I'm
one
the one
goes
who
down,
killed
we
him.
all go down.
Yeah, you're right about that.
But now they're just racking it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're making it worse.
What would y'all have done if y'all were
Wait,
like
what did you
the
have?
6th and 7th knives?
But
6
did you
and 7.
want to
Oh,
answer
go ahead.
the?
Sorry.
Well, it's well, if it's childhood friends, then we'll have to cover something up. But if I met you after I moved out my mama's house, then I already know you like that.
I don't know you.
That don't
I don't know
count.
you.
What would you guys have done if y'all were like there? If y'all woke up and y'all had knives?
Peacing out.
First of all, I'm leaving. I don't even stay at those parties that late. I'm old.
You wouldn't even been there the next
I wouldn't
morning.
even been there the next morning. I was like, how was it? Nobody's posting. Like,
I know I keep calling Stephanie. Nobody.
right?
picking up.
Nobody's picking up. What happened? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm peacing out too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not involved.
I'm not involved. Would have been gone.
You gotta take your bloody knife with you.
I don't have one.
I do not have one.
And you got to think about that too. Like, who else was at that party? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Who else was at the party last night? Because those are just the people that are awake. You know what I'm saying? Those are just people that are
True.
left the next
Yeah.
morning.
So who else was there?
Who else was there? That's a big question, guys.
No, the big question is why does Barry think he's a detective?
Right?
That's the big question.
right.
Who died and made him detective? I'm so
He's like, all right. So we have betrayal
we have blackmail.
and you. Oh, too much.
I know in the beginning I didn't like Tiffany, but I kind of like her now.
You like it?
Oh, dope.
Yeah, because she's low key kind of crazy, but she got to get these kids together.
Right.
But she is kind of looking sus, like suspect number one girl, because the way she just be hitting people just
Right.
So
willy-nilly like
regular.
that. Like it's
right.
what they do on a regular basis.
Yes.
I'm like, you might want to go ahead and run, girl,
Right.
because I feel like they're going to blame it all on you.
Yeah, because she's too comfortable with that frying pan.
Too
She's done it
comfortable.
before. She
But
has done it before.
She's saving us with that frying pan, right?
I think she's
Donnie
making it
ain't doing
worse.
that.
You
You
killed
think
the,
she's
she
making it
killed
worse?
the cop.
But that cop was gonna take him out of prison. That cop was gonna find that body.
That
But
one
somebody-
little cop wasn't about to do nothing. That little lady. No.
Man,
I mean, but she would have saw the body and they would have all went to jail. But they're gonna go to jail regardless because they killed the cop.
Why you think that
They killed
she
her or
hit?
they just
Why you
hit
think
her?
she hit Vince?
I don't know. Or maybe she might be knocked out.
Yeah,
but
I think she just knocked
Yeah,
out.
she just
Yo,
knocked out.
why did she hit Vince?
Who hit Vince?
Oh, not Vince. Why did she hit Cameron?
Because Cameron out here killing people.
Because they at this point they think Cameron did it because of his history of drug abuse.
Yeah.
So they think he drugged Stephanie, got in her pants, then
Yeah,
drugged
they-
them so they won't know anything.
Yeah.
it's real easy. to
And he
look
did
like
have like a
didn't do
little
it.
flashback in like episode 1 when he got that knife. He had a flashback of Stephanie and him and the knife.
Yeah. Oh wow, I didn't repeat that.
So
Was he trying to use the knife to open the door or something like that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you're. I don't know.
I've been dropping spoilers.
Yeah.
throughout this whole thing.
You
You
got
got stop.
I have.
I'm gonna need you
You're like,
to
oh, that's
stop.
when.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm just like over here being quiet. I'm like, I don't want to say
No
the wrong
spoilers.
thing.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
So episode 4 drops
This Friday.
this
at,
Friday,
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
Yes. All right, guys. So please, feel free to share any upcoming projects and where our listeners can find you on social media.
I'm on Instagram at a Dave Clark joint.
Yeah. You can find me at on Twitter, Instagram, social media at justchillbruh. Is all one word, BRUH. And you can check me out at erichardy.us.
Awesome. Cool.
All right, cool.
Thank you guys for coming through.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
very
us.
much. Like, I just want to say personally, big fan. Like,
Aw,
huge fan.
so
Shout out to Indie Creative Network also. Shout out to my man Wise.
So sweet.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Y'all are doing it. Y'all are killing it. Y'all are really out here. I'm just really happy to be on your coattails. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
my
Thank you. And great job on 5Knives. And
Yeah,
we wish you best of luck on all your future projects too, guys.
Thank you
you
guys.
very much.
Same
Thank
to
you.
you.
Thank you.
Dope.
All right.
All right. All right, bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. And don't forget, Urban Web Summit tomorrow. Get your tickets.
Okay. That's all I had to say.
Free your mind and
All
have
right.
a good time.
Thank you.
right here on Seriously.